Buenos dias from a beer ferry. It's whale mating season in Isla Mujeres. Salud! Following a beer ferry's visit to Isla Mujeres, Mexico, we noticed that beer availability was not consistent in restaurants, bars, and stores. In this two-part series, this beer ferry segment will inform followers of several popular beer options available in Mexico and how they rate. A beer ferry will tell you what and what not to drink from scenic Mexican locations. Greetings from a beer ferry. I'm sitting in the pool of the Hotel Bello in Isla Mujeres, Mexico. And I found perhaps the best beer on all of the island. This beer is called Victoria. And as you can see, it's got a fabulous amber color to it. The head is a little bit low because I've had to wade across the pool. Sorry. But let's give this one a sniff. Huge Vienna-style beer aromas off the nose. Let's give it a taste. Delicious, malty, true to style Vienna lager, a little bit dark, but an absolute winner. This beer is not easy to find on the island, but if you get the opportunity, it's certainly worth looking up. From the beer ferry, salud. We're somewhere in the Caribbean on the fishing vessel Celeste. We're going to sample a Dos Equis Lager. Dos Equis has a lower alcohol content of 4.2%. There's definitely corn in the grain bill, but it's very, very refreshing, and this one is ice cold. Let's give it a sniff. Definitely a clean lager. Let's give it a taste. More corn than an Illinois cornfield, but very refreshing. Again, it's a Dos Equis Lager, best served ice cold. Gets a wave of the beer ferry magic wand. Salud! So as you can see in the background, we've got the Mayan jacuzzi going here. And what would be better in a jacuzzi than a local beer? This one is called Indio, and it's 4.1% alcohol. So it's a very, very light beer. We'll give it a sniff. There isn't much that's very remarkable about this beer. It seems like it's a lot of water, very little malt and hops. Let's try a taste. You got to drink this one ice cold, folks. It's great if you're going to have more than one, but the beer ferry cannot give this one a wave of the magic wand. In summary, let's revisit the beers reviewed. Let's start with Victoria. If you're looking for a companion for a fine meal, Victoria is a go-to beer. Not for day-long consumption in the heat due to its rich malt profile, it's a beer for special occasions. Dos Equis Lager has great appeal for two reasons. It tastes great when trying to battle your thirst on a hot day, like during fishing, but it can also knock down the heat when sampling a spicy Mexican dish.
Indio failed to impress on all fronts and should be avoided.
And now it's time for a beer fairy tale. We're on the island of Isla Mujeres off of Cancun, Mexico. As you can see behind me, we have some Mayan ruins, and there's a very unique story behind those ruins.
In pre-Hispanic times, Isla Mujeres was sacred to Ixchel, the Mayan goddess of the moon, love, and fertility, and received offerings of female believers deposited on her shores. Isla Mujeres was discovered by Spaniards during an expedition led by Francisco Hernandez de Cordoba in 1517. Upon arrival, the Spanish conquerors observed the island full of women, and the Spaniards did their best to boost Ixchel's fertility rates. Don't forget to tune into part 2 of A Beer Fairy's Mexican beer review as we sample 3 more beers. If you would like to learn more about quality breweries and beer reviews, please visit our website at beerfairytales.com, follow us on Instagram, or subscribe to our Beer Fairy Tales channel on YouTube. From A Beer Fairy, salud.